Hey everyone, welcome back to Revel Nails YouTube channel and welcome to another installment in our beginner series. So today we're going to be talking about one of the most important factors in having a really nice manicure and just enjoying the dip powder process at home, in my opinion, and that is liquid care. Of course, this is something that's very crucial to enjoying the process and just making sure that you're getting the best manicure that you can. So when it first comes to your liquids, let's talk about storage. So when you're storing your liquids, you want to make sure that you're storing them in an upright position, room temperature, no extreme heat, no extreme cold, anything like that. You also want to keep them out of direct sunlight. So if you can, we like to have a little stand or box or something that you can put your liquids in just to ensure that they're always upright and then just in a drawer, safely away from harsh light and harsh temperatures. And then when it comes time to actually go ahead and use the liquids, it's their time to shine. Let's go over a few tips for usage. So when you're using your liquids, something that you want to make sure that you're doing is that you're not tilting your liquids. So I know sometimes it's tempting if you are running low on your liquids, you kind of just want to tilt your brush in the bottle, just have everything pull up so you can get that last drop of liquids. We don't recommend just taking your brush and tilting the bottle, just because that can cause the bottle to spill and then all of that liquid that you were trying to reach is gone. We do understand that, of course, we want you guys to get those last few drops, so if you're going to do that, please make sure that you're holding your bottle, gently tipping the lids on very tight still, just to make sure that the brush is getting coated but nothing's going to spill out, get on your workspace, anything like that, and we're not wasting any of our precious liquids. If you've been dipping for a while, then you know that a really thin layer of liquid is key to a really great pro base application and a really great finish gel application. If you're new here, well, now you know thin liquids are key. But with that, you want to make sure when you're taking that brush and wiping off the excess liquid, you want to be very careful and make sure that you're not getting any liquid around the threading of the bottle or the rims. And with that, just when you're taking the brush and, gently wiping the sides of the brush on the bottle, just be very careful and make sure that you're not getting any pro base or finish gel on the outsides threading, just because that can cause the bottle to seal shut. And of course, listen, sometimes we all get liquid around the outside thread. It happens to the best of us. We're all human. And so if that does happen, no worries, no sweat. Just take a paper towel, a lint-free wipe, and just really quickly just wipe that excess liquid off and let that dry completely before you put your cap back on. Okay, and then another usage case is when you're using the liquids, we always want to do our best to prevent cross-contamination. So with the Pro Base, that's if you're using alcohol or another prep, dehydrator, anything like that. If you do that, you need to make sure that that is fully dried before you have the first layer of Pro Base go on the nail, just because if that's not dry totally, it can cause your brush to harden. But then of course, once you've applied that first layer of Pro Base and did your first dip, when you're taking your Pro Base dip brush and applying that on top of that layer that you've already dipped, your brush is coming in contact with powder. And you want to make sure that that powder is not getting back into the bottle. So it's super important that you take the time to just take that extra step and wipe your brush off on a lint-free paper towel to prevent any contamination. And then when it comes to finish gel, you've just applied that second generous layer of activator, which is key to getting a shiny top coat. And with that, your brush is coming directly in contact with the activator at that time. And so what you want to do is just make sure that you're taking your finish gel brush and just taking the time, again, just like you do with your Pro Base brush, just wipe it off on a lint-free paper towel, lint-free surface, and just wipe it off, just get it clean so that no activator gets back into the bottle, just because that can cause your liquid to harden or it can even affect the finish on your next manicure. And now that it's time to put your liquids away, we've completed our mani, you've checked out all of our other beginner series, so you've got all the tips and tricks in order to get that perfect mani, and now we're done and it's time to put our liquids away. What steps should we take? So of course, like I said earlier, it happens to the best of us. We may get some liquid around the rim of our bottle, and so with that, you just want to take a lint-free surface, a lint-free wipe, paper towel, whatever you have around you, and with that, you want to make sure that you're taking that and just kind of brushing the rims if in case there was any around there, and just letting that dry completely. Another pro tip is really just to take an extra step is just to dab some cuticle oil on your fingers and then just rub your finger around the outside threading of the bottle, just because that can help seal it as well. And so another tip when you're applying that cuticle oil gently around the thread of your bottles, just to ensure that they have a little bit of moisture around them, is that you want to make sure that you're not getting cuticle oil in the liquids, just because that can contaminate them. Also, that's why we recommend just getting a little dab on your fingers and doing that to avoid any possible spillage. And just two quick little pro tip disclaimers. Of course, if you're using gel thinner, which you should apply 2 to 3 drops after every liquid usage, but with that, you want to make sure that you're not getting any gel thinner around the threading as well. Gel thinner is a thinner formula of something that's similar to pro-based and finish gel, so it is, again, very sticky like a glue. It helps thin those products. It's not like an acetone or anything that removes those, so that can result in sealing shut. Of course, if you do get any liquid around your threading, it may be tempting just to take some acetone and wipe it off, but if you're going to do that, please, please, please make sure that you're not getting any acetone in the bottle, just because acetone can ruin your liquids. And so now that your liquids are taken care of and things are looking good, now you again just want to seal them, make sure they're stood upright, and put them back outside of harsh light and temperatures. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Of course, if you have any other questions, don't hesitate to leave them below, and we will be sure to answer any other questions you have. And of course, if you have another great liquid care tip, drop it down below, and let's just have this be a really great video where we can all share different tips and tricks. Of course, make sure you guys are subscribed and that you do have the bell notification turned on so that you never miss another one of our videos. Bye guys!